All right, so this is a review of my home assessment. This is the code right now, incrementing. From hello to goodbye. And this is not quite the requirement that that I was asked. So I'll explain, and I will also explain behind the scenes what's happening and how to fix it. So right now, whenever we type hello and incrementing, it will basically go and count the characters that the word hello has, increment by 5. If we delete and say goodbye, then we will increment by 7. The assessment requires us basically to keep our counting state, meaning if we type hello, it will give us 5, but right afterwards, if we type goodbye, it will increase to 12 rather to 7. So let's see why it's happening and how to fix it. So right now, we're basically working with two events. One is on handle, and this basically fires first every time that the user types. So let's stick with a simple example of the hello. And whenever I type hello, I set the state of the words. Words is a property of a state object. And every time I type something, it fires an event, and as a event targeted value, basically I'm taking and storing in my state object a new state, set in a new state. So if I type hello, this would be hello. Now to increment this, I want to click the button. So I will fire this event, line 12 to line 15. And what this will do, it will take count. So let's say we just started the application, and that would be count, which means this, and this would be this state words length. Basically, it will go to the state object, look for words, and implementing the length function on it, and will return the value of 5. So at this moment, the count will be 5. The problem is that if I will delete the hello, my type of hello, then my then I basically fire another event, and the new event will be just an empty string. And when I click, let's say I will be an empty string, and then I will type goodbye, and the words will be, instead of hello and goodbye, will be just goodbye, because remember that I deleted my input. So basically, when I type goodbye, it will populate with goodbye, and then when I increase, it will just increase to 7, because the goodbye has 7 characters. So the way to solve this issue is just adding the previous count to when we set in a new count, triggering this event. So now what's going to happen is whenever I type, let's say, same example, I've started using the application, and initial typing will be hello. It will be set to hello, and then the initial count will be 0, and the state words dot length are equal to 5, which hello has 5 characters. Now, if I want to click goodbye on top of that, I will delete the hello for now and type goodbye. So what's going to happen is, even if I click increment on an empty input, what's going to happen is this: our count state is already set up to 5 from the previous event. And right now, let's say we are on empty string and want to increment. So it's just not gonna do anything, because in this case, this state words.length will be equal to an empty to 0 because it's an empty string, and this is equal to 5 from the previous state. So nothing is gonna happen. So we can check this out as well. So if I click hello and increment, it will jump to 5. If I delete it and increment, it will still stay at 5, because the count property of the state is still set up to 5. Now, when I click goodbye here, basically I'm setting the new count state to the previous state plus the length of the word state, which will be 7. So that should give me 12. And if I delete it, nothing will happen. Let's see. So another issue here is, when we fire this event, we want this input to be reset, to be empty. And this is the way to trigger this. I needed to add value to my input tag and set it to my state of words property. Now, nothing is gonna happen because I need to set another state, and this another state I will be setting here, equal to an empty string. Basically, what I'm telling my code is, do this process. When I type in hello, evaluate this handle change event, store a new value to my key value pair in my state in words. And then when I want to increment it, basically set a new count state by the length of the words. That's what this code was covering. But also set a new state for words. Basically here, we set up a state that it won't be empty, but when we fire an event, we set in the state to an empty string. And then React will go to line 29. We'll see, oh, hey, the value here is this state.words, and it's empty. It's an empty string. So it will reset, will basically clear the input tag each time that I'm firing the button event, the increase button. Let's see that it works. Hello, goodbye. And as you can see, it works.